And we are back with another Arizona Cardinals franchise video. I'm trying to pump out all these videos before we get to the draft because once I get occupied with all the draft prospects and all those rebuilds, I doubt I'll get to this series. But I'm trying to get this to you guys as quickly as I can. So for the Cardinals franchise here, we are here to face the 7-5 Los Angeles Chargers. This could prove to be an actual challenge. Blew out the Seahawks in the last game. Third best offense in the NFL, second best rushing offense. That's surprising. For sure thought we would be number one. We even had over 100 rushing yards with Jerome Ford last week, and we get Trey Benson back this week. Number one rushing defense in the NFL, mainly because no team ever runs the ball against us. The Chargers apparently have Mark Andrews now. That's interesting. Trey Benson still third in the league for rushing yards despite literally missing 6 games, and he has less attempts than Najee Harris and Travis Etienne, and he still has more touchdowns than Najee Harris, and the tied for Etienne probably has more total touchdowns with his receiving touchdowns. Kenny Sears with 5 interceptions, most of those being my user lurks, second in the NFL behind Byron Murphy. That's awesome to see. But anyways, we're going to see what we can do here today, as Darius Robinson and Anthony Shipp are both injured, but we got Trey Benson back, so that's the main thing that matters. And then defensively, Brandon Porter easily going to be the starter once Darius Robinson and Anthony Shipp both get back. He's just been amazing for us, way better than Darius Robinson and Anthony Shipp. Anthony Shipp feels like normal development, dude. He's constantly injured. He really doesn't do that much when he's on the field. I don't really know if I like him that much. He just doesn't feel like an X factor to me. I don't know if that's just me, but anyways, let me know down in the comments below how you guys feel about him. But let's see what we got for the Chargers team. They got Justin Herbert, of course. He is a superstar development. They got Bailey Zappi as a backup. J.K. Dobbins that developed in this simulation. Casey Richards here, star development, 1 year experience, 79 overall. Luke Dodge, superstar fullback. Ladd McConkey, Joshua Palmer, Quentin Johnston here. Mark Andrews, Rashawn Slater. Great offensive line overall here. Joe Alt, superstar development. Cam Sample, Sam Williams here. Eric Armstead, Joey Bosa, superstar X Factor, but he's an 83 overall. Junior Colson, who developed in simulation very quickly. Braylon Trice, then Asante Samuel, Benjamin St. Juste here. Oh, he actually got signed to the Chargers in real life too, which is funny that the AI predicted this. And then Deron Hawkins here, apparently they picked him up. He's a rookie. Star development looks pretty solid there. And then Gilman as the free safety and Derwin James. So it's a pretty solid team. They're 7-5. We're 9-3. We got Trey Benson back. What is their rushing defense ranked? It's ranked 25th. Oh man, they're gonna have a rough time today. Let's see if we can beat the Los Angeles Chargers to move on to 10-3. First and 10 for the Chargers. They will be doing play action over the top. That's going to be a user alert off the rip. Very first play. This time it's going to be Cody Barton instead of Kenny Sears. I'm getting these user alerts so often. Had 2 last week. Got 1 this week. Cody Barton off the rip. We're starting with an interception. Great stuff. First and 10 for Trey Benson here. What are we going to have? Nice block by 71. Kind of ran into that there, but welcome back Trey Benson to the team. Second down and 7 going right back to Trey Benson. 71 did not block Junior Colson at all. Just let him walk by him. Third and 8. Third down and 8. Going to be looking for Jaden Reese. I'm not going to have him. Oh my gosh. I shouldn't have backed up that far. Didn't think Joey Bosa would be there. And I think I just pushed myself out of field goal range. And it looks like one of my offensive linemen is injured. So not a good start on the offense. I wish my offensive lineman would have blocked for me. 65-yard field goal. I think it could actually be possible with no win with Jake Bates. He has 99 kick power. So let's see if it is possible. And I just shanked it a little bit. It had the leg for sure. I just shanked it. I don't know if that actually did have the leg. I think it did, but I just missed that a little bit. But it's fine. I mean, not a good start for the offense, but it is what it is. First and 10, sending a blitz here, and they're going to immediately throw there. I don't know how Meredith didn't cover that. He was right in front of Ladd McConkey, but I guess so. First and 10. There's Johnson, bruised shoulder. I'm just going to substitute him for now. Not that big of a deal. First and 10, I formation here. You're going to be running play action. I'm trying to back up so free on the left side. Whose zone was that? That was not mine. I'm going to miss the chip block. Well, the cut block there. Well, the cut tackle. I don't know what you call it. Whatever. Joshua Palmer, touchdown, as the Chargers are going to strike for it. First and 10 here, trying to start on the ground and get Trey Benson going again here. Trying to get a juke with Trey Benson. He's getting shut down all day today. Second down and 8. Going to try and roll out and create space. I got Trey McBride open. Nice on the run throw. Open field. Up the field is Trey McBride. Didn't word that correctly, but it doesn't matter. Huge gain from Trey McBride, who didn't even have a single reception last week. First and 10 going back to the air game. Going to check down to Trey Benson here. Try and get the power with Benson. Couldn't get it. Second down and 8. Second and 8. What do we have here? I'm going to have Marvin Harrison underneath. He's going to catch that. It was kind of a hospital pass. Not really, but 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. We got play action. What are we going to have? I was looking for Trey Benson. This is going to be open space here. Try to power with Kyler. He doesn't fumble, but he gets down to the 1. Nice stuff. 1st and 10. 2nd and goal. We got the fullback dive here, and it's going to be stuff. Their run defense does not feel like the 25th in the NFL. This feels like a really hard run defense. 3rd down and goal. Trying to get Marvin Harrison on the outside with the lob. Toe drag swag, and that's not in? That's not in? You're kidding me. You are kidding me. How is this not in? He has the lob. He's got it. I possession caught it, and is his toe out? He has it there. That's 1. And then his second one, it looks like his toe is in. The first toe, did that make it in, though? It looks like over here, what does it do? I'm trying to look at it. So I think his front toe might be out. That's so lame. I'm going for it. It's crazy that that's not even going to be under review either. That's so wild, but I'm going for this. I'm going to plan to roll out here. What do we have? Oh, yeah, that should be a freebie. Kyler Murray with the freebie. 4th and goal, rushing touchdown, as we're going to answer their touchdown. 7-7 game. 1st and 10 here. What are we going to have? Over the middle is going to be Ladd McConkey. Nice tackle by Donald Roberts, but it's still a 1st and 10. 1st and 10, sending a blitz here, and it's going to be JK on the outside. Nice open field tackle there by Meredith, the rookie. 2nd 11. 2nd 11, pass committing the team. Is that Joey Bosa playing tight end? That is Joey Bosa playing tight end. I don't know why he's out there. He's going to throw it away. 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11. That is not Joey Bosa playing tight end. That is Mark Andrews. For some reason, I thought it was, but he's going to catch it. Dexter Weldon blows coverage as Joshua Palmer's cooking us today. 1st and 10. 1st and 10, sending a blitz again, immediately going to the flat. That's Richard Meredith's guy. Why are you going across the field, Richard Meredith? I'm sending a blitz, and he's standing all the way across the field. When I switch to a blitz, you line up with your man. Don't wait until he goes all the way across the field, dude. 1st and goal. What are we going to have here? Probably over the middle. It's going to be Mark Andrews. He's going to make it a 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. What are we going to have? Just got to cover over the middle. I got that with Mark Andrews all day. 3rd and goal. 3rd down and goal. Got to cover Ladd McConkey over the middle. How is that not a lurk? I'm literally spamming it. I'm right in front of him. I'm spamming triangle to put my hands up. Touchdown, Ladd McConkey. 1st and 10, we got a halfback stretch to the outside. Gary Rivers, perfect block, big run. First big run of the day for Trey Benson since he's been back as well. 1st and 10, and that should be the end of the 1st quarter. 1st and 10, and we will be going back to Benson on the stretch. He's not getting blocks. We're getting flooded in the backfield. 2nd and 10, not a very good day for Benson. 2nd and 10, we got play action. We're going to roll out here. What are we going to have? Should have square. No, that's too far. Marvin Harrison, step up on that. He almost had it too. 3rd and 10. 3rd down and 10. What are we going to have here? I don't like anything. I'm going to check down to Benson, try and cut it upfield. Benson try and get the power, and he's going to leave it down to a 4th and inches, but he puts us in field goal range. I'm just going to take my 3 here. I know it's a weak call, not going on 4th and inches, but especially since I have Trey Benson back. But I want to take my points when I can get them. 10-14 against the Chargers. Really good return from the Chargers down to the 48. Didn't show it, but it's whatever. Ladd McConkey's coming back out on the field. He's been having a great day. Him and Josh Palmer, too. 1st and 10. What are we going to have here? Probably over the middle. No, it's going to be to the flat to Mark Andrews. 2nd down and 4. 2nd and 4. They refuse to run the ball once again. He has way too much time in this pocket. He's going to the corner. How is that so wide open, dude? Way too much time in the pocket. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. I was pass committing the team. It's a read option. Really. Read option from Justin Herbert, and it leads to a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and what are we going to have? It's going to be another play action, refusing to run the ball to the corner. Dexter Weldon overthrown. Dexter Weldon, user pick. I switched on there at the very end. I guess it was just overthrown. How did that ball not connect? I for sure thought that was going to be a touchdown. I'm just curious on how this wasn't a touchdown. Was it just overthrown? Really? It was. Just out of his height reach. I mean, he's kind of getting off the ground there, but overthrown by Justin Herbert. Weird. 1st and 10, going to be looking for that wheel route if I can get it. It's not going to be there, but that's going to be open underneath. That's going to be Gary Rivers, the fullback. 2nd down and 5. 2nd and 5. What do we got here? I should have that corner with Trey Benson. If he can step up on that, he's going to drop it. 3rd and 5. 3rd down and 5. What are we going to have? I should have Trey McBride on the outside here. Good coverage by Derwin James. He knocks out the ball. 4th and 5. Surprise, surprise. Trey McBride drops another pass. First and 10, sending a blitz here for J.K. Dobbins. I was in the backfield, but he peels to the other side. Second down and 5. Second and 5, what do we got here? It's going to be another run to J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins trying to get a stiff arm, almost has it, as it looks like Tyson Campbell finishes the tackle. Third and 4. Third down and 4, what do we have? Probably over the top. I'm all over it. That's going to be another user alert. Third pick of the half from Justin Herbert. 2 picks on the day for Cody Barton. First and 10, Arizona Cardinals. Second and 10, trying to get Trey Benson more involved here. If my offensive lineman would block, that would be super cool. Third and 10. Third and 10, going to be looking for Jaden Reese. Step up on the ball. Oh my gosh. I'm planning to step up and switch on to the ball. It wasn't the best read. I was going for the first down. Just bad. Especially since the fact that I was already in field goal range. Bad read by me. That's super frustrating. My plan was to step up on the ball. I couldn't do it in time. Meredith, get on your guy, please. Stop tracking across the field. Oh my gosh. I guess I moved him out of position. Get on your guy, Meredith, when I switch to a blitz. First and 10. First and 10. What are we going to have here? Probably, yep, it was going to be to Mark Andrews. If that was a crossing route, it would have been another pick. Second and 2. Second down and 2. What are we going to have? It's probably, it's underneath to Mark Andrews again. He keeps taking these stupid dink and dunks, dude. First and goal. And that will be the 2-minute warning. Chargers 14, Cardinals 10. First and goal, we are going to have a J.K. Dobbins play action. I'm over the top, following it the whole way, throws it out of the back of the end zone. Second and goal. Second down and goal, probably going to have this over the middle. It's going to be J.K. Dobbins. Nice breakup, Jaden Blackburn. Third and goal. Third down and goal. They got an empty backfield trying to follow Mark Andrews. We're all over that, and nice stuff there by Donald Roberts and Kenny Sears to stop him. Fourth and goal. They will take their 3. I need to take a timeout. I should have done that before. It is up and it is good. Easy kick by Dicker the kicker, as it is 17-10. I want to try and get at least 3 points before half. I'm not going to try and go for the touchdown because they'll probably just screw it up and throw an interception, but we're going to see what we can do. Bad return. What are we going to have here? Trying to roll out to the side. Triangle is going to be wide open. Who is that? It's going to be Gary Rivers on it. I'm going to take my first time out. First and 10. First and 10. What are we going to have here underneath? That should be open. Just what a pass. I mean, I know it was off the back foot because I was unnecessarily scrambling, but still. Second and 10. What are we going to have here? Maybe over the top. I shouldn't have pressed that. I didn't want to press that. I wanted to press circle for Jaden Reese, and I did it anyways, and I put myself in a worse situation. I knew this was going to happen. Oh my gosh. I misplaced a button. I made a bad read. First and 10. What are we going to have here? Wide open over the middle was Mark Andrews for a touchdown, but it doesn't matter because J.K. Dobbins is going to get one anyways. I'm just going to take it to half, dude. I don't want to throw another pick. That's very unfortunate how we end the half this way. I get ball at half too. Very rough first half for both sides because, I threw 2 picks that were just both stupid, and then Justin Herbert threw 3 picks, but his offense is rolling. Mine is not. I can't get Trey Benson going, which really sucks. First and 10, opening up half. We got a play action. Marvin Harrison should be open on this, and it looks like the DB is going to come in for the blitz or the linebacker, and he's going to get to me before I can release the ball. Second and 10, going to Trey Benson here, trying to get something going with him. Trey Benson, nice run. Third and 1. Third and 1, going right back to Trey Benson here. Oh my gosh, somebody please block. Fourth and 1, I'm going for this, dude. I'm sick and tired of this stupid blocking mechanics. Somebody block the guy that's clearly bull rushing off the edge. Fourth and 1, Trey Benson, and again, the blocking is ridiculous. Look at 71. 71, my left guard. Look at what he does. No, look at 62. Why are you randomly disengaging and pulling off your block? Keep engaging with the defensive tackle. And 68, peel. Get the linebacker that's clearly blitzing, and he goes over to block some random guy. Why are we doing this? Same thing with Trey McBride. Look at Trey McBride, number 85. He goes over here, he looks at him, runs around, and runs back. What are we doing? Block! First and 10, what are we going to have here? It's going to be another dink and dunk underneath to Mark Andrews, dude. How many checkdowns are you going to take? Second down and 4, what are we going to have? It's going to be a J.K. Dobbins run. Nice tackle for a loss there. It's going to be Brandon Porter. Third and 6. Third down and 6, what are we going to have? Up the field. What are we doing? Why is Dexter Weldon across the field when he is meant to line up on Mark Andrews? Lines up on the complete opposite side. I'm covering the middle zone. What are we doing? Where is Dexter Weldon? He is all the way over here, and he is supposed to be guarding Mark Andrews. Why are you not lined up on the guy you're supposed to be covering? Oh my gosh. Well, this game is most likely over, but of course we're going to have to try, and I'm forced to throw the ball here. I can't just run it with Trey Benson now because we are clearly down First and 10. Let's see what we're going to have here. Probably going to be Jaden Reese underneath, if I had to assume. That's going to be Marvin Harrison actually underneath. He's trying to cut up the field. Leaves it to a second down and 2. What are we going to have? That's going to be wide open over the top. That's going to be Rondale Moore on the bomb touchdown. Instant response. Nice stuff. 17-31. First and 10. Sending a blitz here, and he's going to do a play action. We're going to get in the backfield there. It's going to be Kenny Sears with the sack. Our first sack of the game. 2nd and 20. Second down and 20, and they will be doing another play action here, trying to cover over the middle. He has way too much time, takes the underneath to the fullback. 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15, pass committing the team. Don't allow over the middle, don't allow over the top. He has way too much time again, throws the ball away. 4th and 15, 3 and out. First and 10, what are we going to have here? Underneath is going to be Trey McBride. He's going to get his 2nd or 3rd reception of the day. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3, we're going to get a play action going. There's an incoming blitz. We got Marvin Harrison over the top, wide open. Marvin Harrison trying to get him to lay down, but he still gets it. 1st and 10. 1st and 10, we got Trey Benson, again, trying to get him going. I ran into the back of my offensive lineman. That was bad by me. 10 rushes, 33 yards, 3.3 per carry is not good. And another one of my offensive linemen is down. Great. 2nd and 6, we got a halfback stretch here, trying to pull it to the outside, and he's going to get a tackle for a loss. 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9, we got a slip screen here going to Trey Benson. Trey Benson, great block by number 62. That was amazing. Trey Benson with the juke down to the 1st and goal, down to the 3. Dislocated knee, Brandon Scherf is out for the game. All right. 1st and goal, we got a halfback dive here. Great blocks up the field, and Trey Benson is going to push in. We're going to make it a one-score game as we have a nice comeback here, and we actually have a chance to win. 24-31, knock on wood about that chance to win thing. But anyways, let's see what we can do. We're in the late 3rd quarter, trying to see if we can come back. It's up to my defense. It's really up to my defense. First half, we were doing well because of the user picks, but then after that, it was just misplacement by my defense. They just line up against the wrong players over and over and over again, dude. 1st and 10 for the Chargers here. You got J.K. Dobbins on the run. They're actually running the ball now. 2nd and 9. 2nd down and 9. What are we going to have here? Over the middle, probably hits the offensive lineman in the back of the head. That's unfortunate. 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9. Pass committing the team. Cover over the middle. Oh, he's got that corner. He's got that corner wide open, and it's a missed throw. Was he under pressure? He was on the run. That was bad. Another 3 and out from the defense. We got lucky there. 1st and 10. We got play action again. What are we going to have? Should have that over the middle. It's going to be Marvin Harrison Jr. wide open. Why did they have a linebacker lined up on Marvin Harrison? 4 catches, 103 yards on the day. He's having a great game. 1st and 10 here. What are we going to have that's going to be open underneath? It's going to be Marvin Harrison with the drop, though, as he gets knocked out. That was kind of a hospital pass. 2nd and 10. We got inside zone with Trey Benson. Great block from Marvin Harrison. Love the honorary lineman superstar ability. You can see it in effect whenever his X Factor lights up there. 1st and goal here. What are we going to have? They're cutting on the inside. I'm trying to move to the outside. Trey Benson, get that block. I was hoping he would block number 94. Down to the 2. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal. They're not coming out in goal line. Trying to cut it to the other side. I should have just took out the middle. I just saw the linebacker and freaked out. And that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. The Cardinals 24. The Chargers 31. 3rd and goal here. We're going to run it with Trey Benson. He's going to get it down to the 1. We are going to go fullback dive 100% here. 4th and goal, fullback dive here. Walk in for Gary Rivers, and we're going to tie up this game. We were down 31-10 at one point. 31-10, and we've now come back 31-31. 1st and 10 for the Chargers. They will be going back to the run game. J.K. Dobbins pushes it to a 2nd and 3. 2nd down and 3. What are we going to have? Immediately going to Mark Andrews in the flat. Alfonso Watson with the tackle. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. What are we going to have here? Probably over the middle. No, he's going underneath to number 83. That will leave it to a 2nd and 5. 2nd down and 5. Going to be looking for Mark Andrews. He's probably going to take him underneath. What are we doing? Richard Meredith. Oh my gosh. Number 16. That's the fullback with the big play. 1st and 10. 1st and 10 here. Will they be running the ball? No, it's going to be play action. It's going to be a reverse, actually. Chase Young is all over it. 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Pass committing the team. Got to go upfield, upfield, upfield. I got that all day. User alert number 3 on the day from Cody Barton, as that will probably seal it. I'm going to spam run the ball with Trey Benson, get in field goal range, and pin it with Jake Bates. No way. Cody Barton, 3 interceptions on the day. 1st and 10, Trey Benson once again. 71, please block. 71 is aimlessly wandering around, dude. Keep in mind, 71 is Joel Bitonio, and he is like, what, a 90 overall? Left guard? Look at him. Look at him. There's one guy in front of you. Block the one guy in front of you instead of aimlessly wandering upfield. 3rd down and 7. What are we going to have? It's going to be Trey McBride wide open, and we'll take the easy first down. Great block from Jaden Reese, and that will be a 1st and 10 down to the 48. I'm going to start running chew clock here as well, so that way we can, just burn it out and just kick it with Jake Bates and end the game. 1st and 10, we got inside zone with Trey Benson. Great block from number 62, the center. He's actually doing a lot today. 1st and 10. And Trey Benson is in the zone. It really doesn't feel like he's done that much today, but I guess so. We can just spam the truck with him now, as we're going to truck Derwin James. Try and truck through him. Can't do that against Derwin James. 2nd and inches. 2nd down and inches, going back to Trey Benson. He's going to lose a little bit there. He might lose his ability. And yeah, he will lose his ability. I don't know why we just didn't power through him there, but it's going to be a 3rd down and inches, nearing the 2-minute warning, as I'm trying to pull it to the outside. Trey Benson, nice swerve there, as we're going to make it a 1st and 10, and that will be the 2-minute warning. We're going to try and at least burn all 3 timeouts. I'm just going to run the ball all 3 downs no matter what to burn all their timeouts. And then, of course, if we get the 1st down, good stuff, but they're not taking timeouts already. That's surprising. 2nd down and 8 here. Got a pulling guard. That's nice stuff. Just lay down once we get that 1st and 10. They will start taking timeouts now. 1st and goal, Trey Benson once again. That's fine if they catch me in the backfield. 2nd and goal, burns another timeout. 2nd and goal, back to Benson again. Trey Benson gets great blocks. I did not want to get in that end zone. I was about to lay down, and then I just pulled back. I don't want to risk that. I want to burn all their timeouts. If I get a touchdown here on this 3rd and goal, then so be it, but I'm going to make sure I run this clock down and give me the best chance to win. Trey Benson is going to get 100 rushing yards in the day. 4th and goal here, as I will just line up for my field goal, drain this clock. They have no timeouts left, nothing left to do. Hopefully I do not shank it, knock on wood there again. But yeah, good stuff. Great comeback here, winding down that clock to its last moments. And then we will take this easy breezy kick with Jake Bates. 34-31. Let's see if the Chargers can make the comeback with 27 seconds and no timeouts. No way. That was a great return from the Chargers down to the 41. They could get in field goal range here. Do not want to jinx that, but still, that was a great return. Going to pass commit the team, of course. 1st and 10 here for the Chargers. What do they have? Do not allow over the middle. We got this all day. He has way too much time. He's trying to take off. Somebody get to the QB. He's going to fumble the ball, and that will be the game. We're going to come back from a 3-score deficit. We were down 31-10 at one point, and that's going to be the game as Justin Herbert chokes it, dude. 4 interceptions on the day and a fumble from Justin Herbert. 5 turnovers from Justin Herbert. I had a couple bad turnovers. I had a turnover on downs, and I also had 2 bad interceptions from Kyler Murray, but that's going to be the game. 34-31 as we achieve the comeback and move to 10-3. That is what I'm talking about. 3 user lurks by Cody Barton today, absolutely finessing Justin Herbert. What a game. Herbert, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Yikes, almost 300 yards. Kyler Murray, I threw 2 picks, but I also had 2 rushing touchdowns with him as well. Almost 300 passing yards. And then if we look at the rushing here for the Cardinals, no, I had 1 rushing touchdown with Kyler Murray. Gary Rivers had a rushing touchdown. He had negative 2 yards. But Trey Benson with 3.8 per carry really didn't do that well today until the end there. He had a lot of attempts just because the end I wasn't feeding him that much because he kept getting shut down, but not a bad day on paper, I guess. And then Marvin Harrison, 4 receptions, 103 yards. Only receiving touchdown was the 1 bomb to Rondale Moore there. Sacks allowed, 1 from Batonio and Garrett Bowles. And then total tackles, 6 for Kenny Sears. Tackles for a loss, Chase Young, Brandon Porter, Kenny Sears, and Richard Meredith. Sacks, 1 for Nichols. Wow, that's surprising. And 1 from Kenny Sears. I thought that was Brandon Porter that got that sack. I guess that was Nichols. I didn't know he got that. As 3 interceptions, 3 user lurks from Cody Barton. 1 from Dexter Weldon there. What a game. What a comeback. Kenny Sears with an upgrade. Should be Cody Barton with the upgrade, but we're going to keep going in pass coverage for Kenny Sears as he's going to move up to play rec +3 and pursuit +1. And then we got an upgrade for Donald Roberts. I'm going to keep spamming zone coverage as he moves up to an 85 overall in zone coverage. Play rec pursuit and a new ability slot. You love to see it. Extra pop defenders with this ability have a greater chance of forcing fumbles and landing perfect hit sticks. I like that. Flat zone KO. Let's not do flat zone KO. Can I do deep zone KO? Is that allowed? Mid zone, deep out KO zone. I like that. And anything else? Deflator, not that bad. Deep in zone KO. I like that better. Let's do that. And then deep out KO zone. Mid zone KO. Let's do that as well. And then recuperation to keep him on the field. I like that. But anyways, what a game. What a comeback from us. Absolute choke from Justin Herbert there. No surprise, did it against the Jaguars. Threw 4 interceptions, basically repeating his Texas performance, Texans in the playoffs. You guys know what I'm talking about there. But here to face the Vikings on Monday night primetime. I'm going to make them wear their all whites. Super clean. They're 8-5. We're 10-3. What is the current playoff picture? As the Cowboys still hold the number 1 seed, we hold the 2 seed. I need them to lose another game. That would be super convenient. They're 11-2, and then we are, of course, 10-3. The Vikings seem to be a very good team, 5th in offensive points per game, 6th in defensive points per game, as they are 8-5. So we'll see how that goes. We have another upgrade players here, as it's going to be Rondale Moore for his bomb touchdown, playmaker, physical. I'm just going to keep doing playmaker for him, see what he's going to have here. And he's just going to get a bunch of upgrades. +4 deep route is nice. And then we got Richard Meredith, the rookie. What is his overall? He has star development. Okay, that's nice to know. Didn't know if we unlocked it yet. I'm going to keep going zone coverage. It's what I run all the time, so especially for the safety, you need it. +1 awareness, +2 zone coverage, as the zone coverage goes up to a 79. Then Cody Barton here, of course, with the amazing performance, going to move into run stopper for him to keep him a scheme fit. He's going to go into block shedding and hit power. Then finally, I'm going to auto upgrade the tight end, Mick Beal. He's a 3rd string tight end. I think I've seen him on the field like maybe once or twice. But anyways, how did we not get defensive player of the week with Cody Barton? That's wild. We didn't get a defensive player of the week for him? 3 interceptions? Okay, that's a bit ridiculous in my opinion. But anyways, guys, apart from that, I thank you guys all for watching. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys have any other rebuild ideas, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.